In the previous lesson, we added tasks list to our exercise 2. At this stage of the project plan, the most common next course of action is to do effort estimation and then to reflect that into our project plan. For the purpose of keeping our example simple, I'm going to make two simple assumptions now. The first assumption is that only one person, that is me, is working on this project. The second assumption is that I will directly feed in the duration instead of the actual efforts. We will talk more on this at the end of this lesson. Now, I will fill in the durations of all my tasks. The first task, decide your requirements, is going to take me 2 days. And similarly, I'm going to fill in for the rest of the tasks. Now you can see that I have filled in the durations for all my tasks, and correspondingly you can see that the task lengths on the chart also have correspondingly reflecting the durations that is there in the table. Now it is the right time to talk about a major pitfall that happens when you're learning Microsoft Project for the very first time. It is very important to understand effort estimation versus duration. Typically, when you are in the process of creating your project schedule, you will be working in terms of work efforts. Let us assume, for example, if you're working on a simple website, you will be estimating it takes 40 hours to create the homepage, then it will take 80 hours for the registration business logic, and so on. These numbers that you are estimating are the work efforts or simply the efforts. But when you come to reflect that into your project plan, notice that the field available to you by default in Microsoft Project is duration and not efforts. There is a very subtle but very important difference between duration and effort. Duration means how long does it take to finish the task? If you have just one person working on the task full time, then the duration and the effort also will be the same. However, if the one person is working part-time, or if you have more than one person working on the task, then the duration and the work effort are going to be different. If you did not completely grasp this concept for now, it is okay, as we will revisit this in much greater detail in another lesson titled Understanding Work Formula Basics. And finally, if you really want to reflect the work efforts in the table instead of just the duration, it is very easy to add the additional column. Just right click like this and then add the column that you want. Here I want work. That's all. So like this, we will continue with building the schedule in the next lesson.